Picture this: a world where every vow of loyalty, every promise of devotion in love, friendship, business, or politics is a shimmering mirage, beautiful yet fleeting. We're raised to believe loyalty is the heartbeat of human connection, a sacred bond that defines our worth. But what if this cherished ideal is a grand deception? Niccolò Machiavelli, the Renaissance genius whose name whispers cunning and clarity, dared to expose a truth that shakes the foundations of our beliefs. Loyalty is a lie. Not just fragile or flawed, but a carefully spun illusion that hides the raw pulse of human nature. From the friend who fades when you fall, to the leader who shifts with the polls, to the colleague who bolts for a better deal, the evidence is all around us. Yet we cling to loyalty's myth, fearing the stark reality it conceals. Join me as we unravel Machiavelli's timeless wisdom, a revelation that doesn't just echo through history, but lights up the hidden truths of every bond you hold dear. Prepare to see loyalty and the world like never before. The Prince, peeling back, loyalty's mask, Machiavelli's masterpiece, The Prince, written in 1513, isn't just a guide for ruthless ambition. It's a surgical dissection of human motives, forged in the crucible of Florentine power struggles. Men are fickle by nature, he declares, quick to pledge, but quicker to waver. This cuts to the core of loyalty's myth. Allegiance isn't born of pure devotion, but of a silent, ever-shifting calculus of gain. Machiavelli watched this play out in real time. When Florence's Medici rulers fell, their loyalists swore fealty to the new republic in a heartbeat. When the Medici stormed back, those same allies flipped again. This wasn't chaos. It was human nature, unmasked. The Prince strips away loyalty's noble facade to reveal its gears. Advisors chase power behind vows of duty. Allies cling close until a better path opens, and citizens obey only while the cost is low. Machiavelli's insight isn't betrayal's exception, it's the rule. He warns, a man who strives to be good in all things will fall among those who are not. This isn't cold cynicism, it's a shield. Expecting unwavering loyalty in a world ruled by self-interest is a ticket to ruin. This truth ripples beyond politics, into offices where workers leap for better offers, friendships that fade when sacrifice is needed, and even love that bends under temptation. Self-interest doesn't just challenge loyalty, it's the current that carries it. Why we fall for loyalty's spell. If loyalty is so brittle, why do we worship it? Machiavelli saw the psychology at play. Men judge by what they see, not what they grasp, he wrote. We're captivated by loyalty's performance, the heartfelt oaths, the grand gestures, the solemn vows, but blind to the calculations humming beneath. This gap isn't a flaw. It's the scaffolding of society. The myth of loyalty calms our fears, letting us trust in bonds that are never certain. It weaves a moral tapestry for cooperation amid rival desires and conjures a predictable world from chaos. That's why betrayal stings so fiercely, not just for the loss, but for the collapse of our carefully built illusions. The pain is the shattering of a worldview, not just a promise. Machiavelli noted that cunning leaders wielded this truth. They knew the show of loyalty often trumped its substance. Everyone sees what you seem, he wrote, but few know what you are. A wise prince performs loyalty's dance while never banking on its permanence. Look at today's corporate world. Companies preach loyalty while cutting jobs in hard times, and workers pledge devotion until a better gig calls. Both sides play the game, knowing it's a fragile pact. The performance itself is a currency, valuable even when its limits are clear. Loyalty as a calculated deal. Machiavelli doesn't toss loyalty aside. He redefines it. It's not a sacred vow, but a transaction, a constant balancing of benefits and risks. A friendship bought with favors, he writes, is paid for, but never truly yours. Loyalty rooted in rewards lasts only as long as the rewards flow. It's a deal, not a destiny, sustained when staying loyal outweighs the lure of betrayal. People don't need a golden alternative, just one that tips the scales. This explains why loyalty falters when it's needed most. In prosperity, loyalty shines, rewards are abundant, and betrayal feels pointless. But in crisis, when loyalty demands sacrifice and other paths beckon, the equation shifts. Friends vanish in tough times, allies defect in political storms, and corporate devotion dissolves in downturns. This also reveals loyalty's uneven edge. The powerful demand more loyalty than they give. A ruler expects absolute allegiance while keeping options open. A boss seeks devotion through lean times, but cuts staff when profits dip. Machiavelli didn't call this unfair. He saw it as power's natural tilt. Demanding unconditional loyalty binds the weak while freeing the strong. It's control cloaked as virtue. What truly holds bonds together? If loyalty is so shaky, what anchors relationships? Machiavelli's answer is electrifying. Since love and fear rarely coexist, it's safer to be feared than loved. This isn't a call for tyranny, but a nod to reality. Bonds endure not on warm words or sworn oaths, but on consequences and shared goals. By fear, Machiavelli means the weight of betrayal's cost, be it legal penalties, social shame, or lost prospects. Think of non-compete clauses in jobs, prenups in marriages, or treaties in politics. These don't ensure loyalty. They make disloyalty costly. Even stronger are aligned interests. A promise kept was yesterday's need, Machiavelli notes, but a promise broken serves today's. When interests align, bonds hold, not from loyalty's warmth, but from mutual gain. This is why some partnerships thrive without deep emotion, while passionate friendships collapse when goals diverge. A business alliance rooted in shared profit can outlast a heartfelt vow lacking shared purpose. Loyalty's glow often masks the deeper force of aligned incentives. Navigating a world of shifting loyalties. Embracing loyalty as conditional doesn't mean embracing distrust or cynicism. Machiavelli offers a compass. A ruler's wisdom shines in the company he keeps. Success lies in reading the forces shaping others' loyalty, gauging their goals, their options, and the consequences they face. This isn't about suspicion, but about clarity. Instead of banking on moral loyalty, build trust on shared aims. Anticipate where interests might diverge, and prepare. In business, know your value to an employer and watch for shifts in their priorities. In friendships, see that even deep bonds bend under practical pressures. In politics, recognize alliances as fluid, driven by gain, not ideals. This doesn't erase ethics. Machiavelli favored virtue when it worked, but it demands realism. Others may not hold to your standards when their interests pull hard. The art of crafting loyalty. Machiavelli's deepest truth is that loyalty isn't born of hearts or honor, but of systems, consequences, and incentives masterfully aligned. A wise prince relies on what he controls, he writes, not on others' fleeting promises. Great organizations master this. They tie rewards, promotions, recognition, bonuses, to contributions, creating loyalty not from sentiment, but from clear mutual gain. Families that endure often do the same, fostering interdependence and subtle costs for betrayal. Even nations lean on this. Patriotism surges when citizens see their interests tied to the state's success. When that link frays, loyalty fades, no matter how loudly leaders invoke it. The magic of extraordinary loyalty. But here's where Machiavelli's genius sparkles brightest. Why do some leaders, organizations, or friends inspire loyalty that defies logic? It's not that he misjudged loyalty's conditional nature. It's that he saw how rare masters can bend those conditions to forge devotion that feels almost enchanted. These outliers don't rely on moral pleas. They craft systems where loyalty becomes the easiest, most rewarding path. They align interests so tightly and make betrayal so costly that allegiance feels like destiny. This isn't magic. It's Machiavelli's ultimate lesson. Loyalty isn't given. It's designed. Final words. Machiavelli's truth is a torch in the dark, revealing loyalty not as a sacred vow, but as a delicate dance of interests and consequences. It's a truth that liberates us, not by shattering trust, but by arming us with clarity. Build bonds on shared goals, not fragile promises. Anticipate shifts, not out of fear, but from wisdom. And when loyalty falters, see it not as betrayal, but as human nature's honest rhythm. The myth of absolute loyalty may soothe us, but Machiavelli's vision empowers us. In a world of shifting tides, those who understand loyalty's mechanics don't just survive, they shape the currents. So, the next time someone pledges undying loyalty, smile, nod, and think like Machiavelli. See the calculations, plan for change, and craft connections that endure. Because in the game of human bonds, wisdom is the ultimate power.